Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Wheaton Was Real Estate Talk. We have today with us Kristin Dion, Cassidy Jones, and Francis Sickich. Unfortunately, Daryl is not able to join us today because he's showing some buyers. So we just wanted to give you, I just woke up today and I wanted to tell everybody how grateful we are for all of our clients, our teammates, our business partners, and our families, and just how blessed we are to live in the state of Colorado. We've been going through a lot, but not as much as people in Texas and a lot of other places in the nation. And the housing market has been challenging here. We're dominated by a low inventory market, but we have great low interest rates. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about that and talk, Cassidy was gonna maybe do a local market update for us. And then Francis and I are gonna talk a little bit about what we've learned from the Colorado Association of Realtors Economic Summit that we attended virtually a week or so ago. So take it away, Cassidy.
There we go. Okay, so this morning I was looking over the MLS, just kind of seeing what the market was like for all of my clients. All of us as agents go through every morning and we look at what's new on the market, what our clients are looking for, and just kind of evaluating what it's doing. And what I saw this morning was we are still at low inventory. We only had this morning when I looked 297 active listings in El Paso County. And of those, only 183 of them were actually existing homes. And then what's a real stunner is under $500,000, there were 79 active listings. Now those numbers fluctuate throughout the week, obviously, and it change all the time, but really our inventory should be almost 10 times that amount. So to say that number, I know everybody kind of gulps, but the good news in all of this is that our economy seems to be doing pretty well in Colorado, as Jean kind of mentioned, and Francis and Jean and Kristin will probably talk about just a little bit. But on the seller side, what I'm seeing while meeting with sellers that are looking at selling their house is sellers have a lot of equity in their home because values are increasing all the time. And as we put houses on the market, we are seeing crazy multiple offer situations and even bidding wars. Now, on the flip side of that, you do have to price your house right, because we've seen other listings that are not priced right, who, they're shooting for the moon and they don't get it if they price wrong. So if your house is priced right, you're going to get all the money you deserve and maybe more. But if you go in, a little greedy maybe, or a little on the high end, it may end up coming down or sitting on the market. So it's all about, bringing in the right person to really price your home right. And bringing in a professional. So let us know. But that's what I've got for the market update.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about the economic forum we went to. And these facts are from the Metro Denver Economic Development Corporation and the research partners that provide this data. So their headline really was that it was called Tracking the Great Divide in Colorado. And they're saying they're seeing a K-shaped recovery, that basically because the hospitality industry has been hit the hardest and the low wage earners have been hit the hardest, that the people with high incomes are going to fare better. The professionals, the people that are, have jobs that are not going to be lost, they're going to be fine. And that's, I think, what's driving our high prices going up and up, because when people are moving, there's a lot of people that have been able to save a lot of money because they haven't traveled, they haven't been going out to eat, they've been, really hunkering down a little bit and working from home. They also called this the mom-demic, that moms have really been hit hard from the pandemic, because a lot of moms have lost their jobs, or they're trying to work full-time, educate their kids, do all things. So that's been a hard thing for them.
How fitting that we have all the moms on today.
True. Anyways, but the good news is they did say the share of adults with plans to buy a home within the next 12 months rose to 15%, as opposed to a year ago, it was only 11%. So those are all prospective buyers out there. The other great news about Colorado is we went into the pandemic with the third lowest unemployment in the country. So that's really, really good. And they also said that the southeast sector, which is where we are in Colorado Springs, of the state is more stable than any other region of the state. So that's also very good. And I attribute that to, I think, because we have a lot of military coming in and out. We have a lot of, professionals. We've got the Space Museum, and, Amazon's coming. We've got quite a diverse labor force, which is really good. So they said the worst case scenario is that, it's going to take maybe up to 3 years to come out of this. But the good news, I think, is once the vaccine gets out and people start getting vaccinated, I think people are going to feel more comfortable putting their homes on the market, getting people through their houses. And I see a lot of families wanting to move to be near family these days. A lot of older people that lived here in Woodmore or wherever for 25 years are now saying, hey, I haven't seen my family in almost a year. I want to move and be near family. So I'm seeing a lot of that. But I think overall, we are seeing incredible offers on homes we've listed, multiple offers over ask. It's hard for buyers, but I think it's going to start loosening up. That's my hope and my prediction. So Francis, what do you have to add?
So the positive thing I took away from that summit was from an economist. He said that the demand for new homes, remodeling, and upgrading started rising in mid-2020, and now we're in 2021. What can we anticipate? Will the momentum continue? What about the inventory shortage? Will we see more supply come into the market? Even though there's still uncertainty, economist Lawrence Young says there's also good reason to suggest that 2021 looks to be another bright year for the housing sector. And I know personally from getting your home bought, Jean, before I became a realtor, that I keep looking at that that data, and it's really encouraging. Makes me want to sell my house.
Yeah, well, you've got a lot of appreciation there, which is wonderful. So Kristin, what would you like to add?
Well, I think that overall, my advice to buyers right now is you have to have extra cash. So I've had 2 listings now that, like you said, multiple offers. They're in hot price points, 400 and 325, and they've all sold above asking price. But the key is the appraisals aren't coming in at those crazy, offer values. So it's a challenge to offer enough to entice the seller to take your offer, but be able to bring cash to close that gap between what's going to appraise for and the sale price. So that's kind of separating the buyers that are winning deals versus the buyers that aren't. You got to have some money in your pocket. So, if you're in a situation where you want to get into the market, but you're going to have to finance 100%, or if you're FHA and you have maybe a small percent down, you really need to kind of build that bank account. And then, that way you have a little bit of a play that, because if your budget is here, then we need to show you houses here, because this is where you're going to end up, So it's a kind of a balance game, and the agents who are savvy are, they're not taking the way out here if there isn't anything to back it up. So you gotta be able to show how you're going to get to that number as a buyer. The other thing is, I'm seeing a lot of people moving here for jobs. Like you said, the jobs are good. And I have people moving from Florida for new jobs here, one from New York. So I know that there is a draw for people to come here. It's a beautiful place to live. It's one of the best places on the whole planet, more sunny days than Southern California. So I get why people want to be here. I don't want to leave. That's why, we remodeled our house so we could enjoy our views and our blue skies and wildlife in the backyard and so forth. But I think that overall, yes, it's going to take some time to settle things down. I do think that the fact that people are putting money into their homes right now is going to benefit those buyers 2-3 years from now. They're going to be getting some really nice homes. There's going to be a lot of people updating and upgrading and even adding on. I know people who are adding on to their homes. So I think that, the future looks bright. We got to get through a little rough spot, but overall, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with where we're going.
We are
Colorado's
getting
not
there.
it's gonna stay awesome with the mountains and our awesome climate. So yeah, Colorado itself isn't changing. Our prices are increasing a little bit, but everybody's realizing how awesome it is to live here. So.
And if you need a great agent, we have 3 wonderful agents here who know how to, win the offer. You've got to have an appraisal gap clause. You've got to have a inspection clause. You really need to know how to write a strong offer in this market that makes your buyer stand out above the crowd. So, and I think, Kristin, your point of, maybe your buyers can go up to 6, but you start showing them at 5 so that they can put in that big, appraisal gap, and they can, put an escalation clause in. So we know all those strategies. So if anybody out there is looking and needs help with a great agent, we'd love to help you. So just call us at 719-440-2499. I think we just didn't have our numbers up there. Cassidy does, good. Kristin does, yay. So, and you can also visit our website at thewheatonteam.com, but we are here to help you, and we appreciate all your business, and everyone stay well and stay healthy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.